There is a common misconception that change arrives like a thunderstorm, loud, chaotic, and impossible to miss. But in the world of the wise, the most profound transformations are silent. They are the subtle shifts in the wind that happen before the seasons turn. If you are watching this, you might feel a strange restlessness, a sense that the ground beneath you is moving even though you are standing still. You aren't losing your mind. You are shedding a skin that no longer fits. To manifest a great life, you must first survive the discomfort of becoming the person who can live it. Let us look at the 5 quiet signals that your soul is preparing for a new chapter. Sign 1. The shedding of the old. The first sign is a sudden, quiet disconnect from the habits and the people who once defined you. It isn't that you've become bitter or angry. It's simply that the frequency of your life has changed. Think of a tree in autumn. It doesn't drop its leaves out of animosity toward the branches. It drops them because it can no longer sustain what is dead if it wants to survive the winter. If you find yourself drifting away from old circles, do not mourn. Your spirit is simply clearing the garden to make room for a different kind of growth. Sign 2. The allergy to the shallow. Suddenly, you find yourself exhausted by anything fake. Drama, gossip, and meaningless social rituals feel like a weight on your chest. You have developed a spiritual allergy to the shallow. In Zen, we understand that energy is a finite currency. You are no longer willing to spend yours on conversations that don't feed your soul or environments that require you to wear a mask. This exhaustion is actually a form of protection. It is your inner self choosing peace over the performance. Sign 3. Solitude as sanctuary. Where you once feared being alone, you now crave it. You've realized that solitude is not a desert of isolation, but a sanctuary of strength. In the silence, you aren't lonely. You are finally able to hear your own thoughts without the interference of the world's noise. This craving for solitude is the mind's way of retuning its instrument. You are becoming your own anchor, finding that the most important relationship you will ever manifest is the one you have with the silence within. Sign 4. The pressure of the shell. You feel uncomfortable in your current life. Not because you are failing, but because you have outgrown the person you used to be. Imagine a bird inside an egg. Just before the moment of breakthrough, the shell feels like a prison. It is tight, dark, and suffocating. Many people mistake this pressure for depression or failure, but it is actually the birth pains of a new version of yourself. Growth always feels like a pressure before it becomes freedom. Sign 5. The shifting weight of gold. Your priorities are rearranging themselves. The things you once chased, status, external validation, the glitter of life, now feel heavy and hollow. You find yourself valuing things that cannot be bought. Discipline, purpose, and authenticity. You are shifting from a life of having to a life of being. When your internal compass stops pointing toward what others want and starts pointing toward what feels true, the world around you has no choice but to rearrange itself to match your new direction. These 5 shifts are the roadmap of your transformation. They are the evidence that you are no longer the person you were, but the person you were meant to become. If you recognize even one of these signs, do not resist the change. You aren't losing your life. You are finally meeting the strongest version of yourself. Which of these 5 signs are you feeling most intensely right now? Share your experience in the comments. It helps others realize they aren't alone in the silence. If this message reached you at the right time, subscribe and walk this path with us.